Sometimes the most profound ideas, they don't come from some huge dramatic event. They come from the simplest, quietest moments. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. This really beautiful, powerful reflection that someone wrote down in the quiet before the sun even came up. Let's get right into it. Okay, so right away, we are dropped straight into the scene. There's no intro, no preamble, nothing. Just 5 in the morning, the sun had not yet risen. Can you feel that? That absolute stillness before the world starts buzzing, before the noise begins? It's that magic hour, you know? The air is quiet, it's dark, and it just feels like anything is possible. All right, so first up, a pre-dawn awakening. We're going to look at how this exact moment, this unique atmosphere, really sets the stage for a very personal, very creative act.
And here's what's so interesting about this. The person didn't wake up because an alarm clock was blaring, right? Or because they had to get up for work. Nope. They just woke up with a feeling of joy. That's it. That one single emotion is what kicks this whole thing off. It wasn't planned, it wasn't sought after, it just was there. Okay, so you have this internal feeling of joy. What do you do with it? Well, that brings us to our next part, the written blessing, which is all about how you can channel that inner feeling into an actual physical act. And the process itself is just remarkably simple. It's literally 3 steps. 1, you get that unsolicited feeling of joy. 2, you make a conscious choice to sit down and do something about it. And 3, you create. You compose a blessing. It's just this beautiful, direct line from an emotion inside to an action outside. So what was this blessing actually about? What did they write? Let's get into the heart of it. This section explores that core desire, which is all about human connection and our own inner experience. So the first wish is for a holiday of the heart. I just love that phrase. It's not talking about a date on a calendar or some big planned event with lots of rituals. It's about an experience that's defined by a genuine internal feeling. It's about finding that celebration and peace right inside yourself. But what's really important is that it doesn't just stop there with that inner feeling. It's immediately paired with an outward one, a holiday of togetherness. So this isn't about retreating into solitude. The wish is for shared connection, for community. The ideal state here is this perfect balance, right? Inner peace shared with other people. Okay, now we're getting to what I think is the most powerful part of this entire reflection. This is where a central tension is introduced, a kind of conflict between 2 huge opposing forces that this blessing speaks to directly. And this is the crucial point. This isn't just a vague wish for, good things to happen. Not at all. The blessing makes a very specific, very active request. It's a plea to actually shift the balance of power between 2 fundamental human experiences. And here it is. This is that core tension. Look at the specific words here. The wish is that fear would weaken, not disappear completely, which, let's be honest, is pretty realistic. It acknowledges fear is going to be there. But on the opposite side, the wish is that the fire of creation would grow stronger. I mean, wow, it's not just for creation to exist, but for its fire to get bigger and brighter. You're not just trying to get rid of a negative, you are actively pouring fuel on a positive. That is such a profound way to look at things. So after this moment of quiet, this reflection, this powerful written intention, what was the result? Let's move to our final section and see what the outcome of this whole pre-dawn ritual really was. The reward is just beautifully simple. After the quiet, the joy, the act of writing, the conclusion is just pure and direct. I felt great. The act itself was the gift. The process created its own positive outcome. And that really brings us to the end of this short but incredibly powerful text. So we'll leave you with this question. If you had a moment of total quiet before the sun came up, what is the blessing that you would write? What balance would you want to shift in your own life? Definitely something to think about.